Welcome back to Baldur's Gate 3. Playing Lae'zel still. Whatever, let's go. Volo. What are you doing here with goblins, Volo?
With fragulous crown and with scepter abraid, draw Ragslin, short work of the innkeeper made. The inn burnt to ash. The captives were many. Goblin kind had reduced them to cowering filfenny. So raise it, your goblets, and drain them with pride. Draw Ragslin, the true soul, had led you glide.
I reckon draw Ragslin's the goblin in charge, the way this one's carrying on.
Let's boo him. Boo! Get off the stage!
You! Move on!
Do as she says. Now. Now, where was I?
Wait a tick! That a friend of yours?
Certainly not. What are you doing? I'm busy here.
You lying!
To you? Never. Come, let's continue our ballad. Draw Ragslin, draw Ragslin. I am draw Ragslin. Tumptuous. Draw Ragslin.
You broke him!
Wait. Draw Ragslin. We pray. We.
Come on, pigeon! Back to your cage!
Now look what you've done. Of course,
My name's Gribbo, idiot!
right. Yes. Lord for me.
Got wings. Reckon it can fly? No, too fast.
Oh my goodness.
Dragons is fat and they fly fine.
Oh, it's these idiots.
It's good to be among allies, isn't it? The
Uh,
Absolute's blessings have brought so many together.
Bottoms up, eh? These little lads snagged some pretty decent drink.
oh, here's a waypoint. Might be helpful later. Okay.
What's a tick got to be said about?
Crusher.
Fresh is home with me bare hands. Weaker than pixies, humans.
Oh, you got him good!
And who are you? Another pest? Think you rule the world just because you got a scary face? Ha!
As the symbol glows, power courses through you. Authority.
A lot of assumptions here. I don't think I'm better than anyone else. I don't just think so, and it's a fact. You're nothing but dirt beneath my feet.
Well, not us. Things are changing. We got the Absolute on our side now. You better learn your place. Go on. Kiss my foot. Or I'll kick your head in, slug face.
How about you kiss my feet instead? Should get some bonus for that, right? Yeah. Let's go. That should be a win. Yeah.
Look, mate, just piss off. You're not welcome here.
I'm playing with fire here. I've been lucky with a couple rolls. Yeah, that's about what I thought. Do I get a reroll? No reroll. Okay.
Don't push it, worm. I can still bash your face in. Yeah, I think I will.
Oh, really?
No slowing down, crusher!
Ow. Where is the rest of my team at? How about that?
Wait! I yield! I yield!
I think my point's been made. Come on, I'll help you up. Now you should kiss my feet. Ignore his pleading and prepare for the finishing blow. Now, you can kiss my feet.
Yes! Yes! There! There! I've done it.
Laugh at his eagerness and finish him off. Dang, that's brutal, man. Leave him groveling on the ground.
Arrogant pig.
Hey, Keith!
Crazy, deranged monsters. Shouldn't be allowed in here. I've got to take a piss.
Not for communal use, it seems. Best show some respect. Or some more cunning.
Enjoying the view. Looking tasty in these new breeches, ain't I? Proper stylish, ain't they? Nicked 'em off this dwarf we're cooking.
Ew.
It's good meat, if you can get it. Better than bloody chicken, anyhow. Shame he was as poor as a chicken. Nothing in his pants except a couple of coins and some lousy poem.
Oh,
Sure you can. But a look's all you're getting. For all I know, this little roaster was some famous bard. And you'll be sending his last words for a pretty penny.
As the symbol glows, power courses through you. Authority.
Well, I don't know. It must be worth something. Give me enough to buy a belt and a fancy hat. And it's yours.
Can fly.
No, too fat.
Dragons is fat and they fly fine.
$260.
But it's massive. It's still just a
Enough
beard.
to trade.
It don't feel right messing with it is all.
Oh, shut it! What kind of coward won't even take the baby? He's playing or what?
Cheers. Now I can get me a fancy belt and really impress the lads.
Is it even a bird?
Got a beak like any other chicken, don't it? It's
For you,
just
buddy.
bloody plain.
Let's read this letter. A son of Selûne fell here in the dark below, and we sealed his grave in her holy glow. May the full moon never touch the stars once more. My darkness never conquer the moon maiden's door. A note is scrawled in the margins. Found the door under the temple.
Reckon it can
Think the
fly?
moon's turn.
No, too
But
fat.
which way? A cluster of stars and lunar phrases are sketched beneath. So it's a crypt. Son of Selûne fell here. Selûne is moon. So, okay.
But it's massive. We're still just a babe. We don't feel like messing with this dog.
Oh, shut it! What kind of coward won't even chase a baby? We playing or what?
Within reach. Statue of Selûne. This
Bloody racket!
and now it's a nest for some
My condition is worsening again. I need to consume some powerful magic or it may become volatile.
And once the whelp starts singing, we'll know who sent them.
Aye. Maybe we'll pay him a visit in return. That'll be some real fun.
Thank you. It is a strange experience. Each time anew, like a lost soul is spelunking through the darkness that is me, only to be sacrificed on the dread altar of the heart. But this doesn't feel quite right. It never feels right,
Oh,
but it relieves.
they're just having a bit of fun.
This doesn't relieve.
So much fun that those thieves almost got past.
We got them now, eh? And once the whelp starts singing, we'll know who sent them.
You do plenty for me, more than you
Pay him a
realize.
visit in return.
But this cannot be remedied.
Some real fun.
The magic isn't having the effect it should have. It's not like the last time, like a rainstorm that quells a forest fire. It merely drizzles. The embers still sizzle, the fire remains undefeated. I'm not certain what's going on, but nothing good. Please, I need to think. I need to retrace my steps to a glade of calm and think. Thank you for the artifact. A great deal of trouble it was too. A great deal of trouble indeed.
Now, they're just having a bit of fun.
Aye, so much fun that those thieves almost got past.
Selûne. As if mingling with a horde of goblins wasn't bad enough. Let's do what we have to do, then get out of here.
Not your usual haunt, I take it. Not to tell me
Quite the
twice.
understatement, but yes. Let's not linger in this place any more than necessary.
Oi! Ain't no party in here. We're doing the Absolute's work. State your business. Now.
As the symbol glows, power courses through you. Authority.
Let's try. I get a bonus for intimidation, but barely. What does that bonus do? Guidance. Divination intrude. Okay, let's try that. Go.
All right. Normally we stick you foreign types in the spider pit. But the Absolute says we're all making nice now. So in you go, I suppose. Well now, gonna have to be more specific than that. We're drowning in true souls, here we are. You here to see Priestess Gut, Boss Ragsling, or the Drow?
I want to see Priestess Gut.
Do you now? Might feel different once she puts a burning brand to you. She's through the main doors. Just follow the smell of burnt goblin arse. Bloody racket. Oh, come.
New feat. Choose a feat from the list below. Now there's a lot of these.
So much fun that those thieves almost... Maybe we'll pay him a visit in return. That'll be some real fun.
Do you hear the Absolute's voice? Do you feel her inside you?
Vile idolatry.
That's
The goblins'
because
decorations
she
are an
chose
improvement.
me. You're not worth it yet.
That the jingle of coin I hear? You've timed it well, my friend. Already turned quite the profit today, so I'm feeling generous.
Yeah, what business do you have here?
Goblins sell the best prisoners. Cheap, quiet, and eager to be elsewhere. Till this crowd converted and started sending their captives to Moonrise Towers, at least. No complaints, mate. I just sold enough smoke powder to cover the loss 10 times over. All I need to. There's an awful lot of folk flowing that way. And coin is sure to follow. Might have to find my faith and see this Absolute for myself, eh? Still some deals to be done here, though. You want to trade or what?
At least give me a sword! We want you dead, you dumb knuckle. Not dead and heroic. Get down there and stop complaining! Ah!
Oh my goodness. Raslin. Ragslin. Dead mind flare. Oh, here's the
Now here's
priestess
somebody
gut.
special. The Absolute has touched you, hasn't she? Priestess Gut needs to touch you too. Hold out your arm so I can mark your flesh.
A priestess. One of the leaders, no doubt about it. Let's make her squeal.
What's that? Tell your friend to keep quiet, or he'll lose his good eye. Ready for the fire, are ya?
I assume the mark has a purpose?
Shows our devotion to the Absolute. These maggots
Oh, no, thank you.
see how strong we are with her guidance. Whole camp will be branded soon, and you should be too. You ready? Brace yourself. This'll sting.
Actually,
Maybe
I'd
you
rather
don't
not.
need it. After all, you're special, ain't ya? Like me.
She probes your mind, tangling your thoughts with hers. A familiar sensation. She too carries a power. Darkness seems to swallow the temple, leaving you with a vision of the goblin priestess receiving instruction from a handsome young man, one of the chosen. The vision dissolves away. You stand before the goblin priestess in the temple once again. Her faith floods into you, a tide of shuddering ecstasy. Her tadpole nestles within that mania, secure, hidden.
I feel you in there, digging around. Works both ways. And I saw some weird shadows swimming around in your head just now. Maybe I can help with that. Us true souls gotta look out for one another. Of course. Don't want this rabble interfering with true soul business. Let's go to my chapel.
Yeah, let's go private so I can assassinate you.
Ain't we good enough for the Absolute?
Make sure to close that. Go.
Oi, come here. I ain't waiting around. Ready to clear your head?
Yeah, what exactly are you
Whatever the
going to do?
Absolute tells me to. Don't worry, she loves you. I can tell.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure.
The Absolute will protect me. You don't stand a chance.
Okay, let's move you back a little. Fire magic missile.
Torment!
I will ascend.
Nice.
Act fast. Disgusting creature. We did her a favor. Just so.
See if that opens this door. Polma.
You've set foot in a restricted area. A swift exit may be in order.
this was a mistake. Okay. We're gonna lose. Whatever.
The only thing you've managed to convince them of is that you absolutely do not belong here.
Alright, well, let's go kick her ass then.
Seems the rules have not changed in your absence. You're still trespassing.
Level 4, huh? Let's go for mirror image. Whew, nice. I like that.
Here goes nothing. Dice roll in my favor.
My faith will protect me.
Ow.
Let me recite their demise.
I don't think that ice attack has ever hit. It has missed every single time I tried to use it. Ooh, nice. Supply back, nice.
Quickly then.
What's that?
I'd have to be a lot smaller to squeeze in there.
Can I break it open? No. What is that? Stone discs. Interesting.
Moons and stars, like on the dwarf's poem. Looks like these plates can move.
Okay, H1. Okay, interesting. So it's got icons on it, the other ones do not.
to the dark, then.
Into the dark, then, she says. Let's save the game now. Okay, here we go. Oh, it's not that dark. Oh my goodness. Going deep here. Wow.
You seem to know a good deal about our condition, Gale.
Everything, really. Not to put too fine a point on it.
A humble specimen, aren't you?
On occasion.
Oh. Minotaur. Oh man. Is that gonna attack me too?
Spikes. Credit where it's due.
Chasm Creeper. What was that? Petrified Drow. Can I get down there? Another petrified drow. Oh. Okay. This was a mistake.
I will not know failure.
Every time. Wow. I don't think I'm gonna spend a lot of time down here. I just want to see if there's a little bit more exploring that I can do. There's a waypoint over here. I didn't see this last time. Blacksmith's bellows. Let's run past as quick as we can.
Stay vigilant. There are traps here.
30? Wow.
What lies within? Stay vigilant. There are traps here.
Wow. Look at that. That's nasty. We are not at a high enough level to take this place on, it seems, because even a trap disarm is a 30 for the minimum threshold. I'm gonna keep going just because I'm stupid. What was that? Oh my god! Plan is to run away.
Gone with the weave. With ease.
Curious.
Really? Shadowheart? Seriously?
Got to press on.
What's ropes for? Leap across there. We're still gonna end up fighting the monster of the dark or whatever it was. Oh well. Let's get my cleric out of this dungeon. I don't know why she lagged behind, but
Worth a shot?
madness. An efficient path.
Okay, now she's separated into her own party. What's happening here? Did that work? Just toggling that group mode on and off seems to have worked. Okay.
Open up.
Did I look at these books? I think I did. Yeah. Okay. Cracked stones. Interesting.
This library.
Eat this!
Indolence breeds madness.
How do I get down there?
Onward.
Oh. I have no way to get back up.
Spider seems poised to attack, but she hesitates, tapping her claws as if trying to communicate. The other spider echoes her. The spider relaxes slightly, but you feel her hunger and fear beneath the surface.
Okay.
She looks to the closed door, drooling.
Open it up. I think I broke the game. Oh no. Oh, good.
I came just in time. You are transforming. Yes, you have. I saved you before. And I'm here to save you again. Don't worry. You will not become a Mind Flayer. Not while I'm around. I'll protect you. Independent. Good. We haven't much time, so listen closely. There is great potential within you. It comes from that parasite. Your instinct is to resist the power it gives, but you must accept it. Nurture it. I will keep it from consuming you, but for the sake of both of us, you must learn to wield it. Fight for the fate of Faerun. A fight we are losing. For now. You can change that, but only if you embrace your potential. I have to go. The enemy is closing in. I will be back. Feel better. I promise.
Waiting. I crave blood.
Let's hope this gives us some answers. Silence. You'll interrupt the ritual.
Get your eyes on Raxlin, you fool!
Following you, eh?
Floating eye keeps watch. Best avoid it, or it may spoil the hunt.
What are we waiting for? Spears are sharp. The lads are all riled up and ready.
You have already failed me. Your scouting party has not returned, and half of the intruders escaped your guards.
Sorry, mistress. We mucked up.
Until their sanctuary is found, I will take something precious from you every hour that passes. A trinket, a tongue, a limb.
I ain't no use without my limbs. The lads'll make the prisoner squeal soon enough, I swear.
Silence now, creature, or I will silence you forever.
As she turns to you, her thoughts mingle with yours. A cold hand caressing your brain. The chamber melts away to reveal a dark, endless nowhere. In it you see a vision. The drow listens as a pale-eyed young woman whispers in her ear. One of those the voice spoke of. One of the chosen. The vision fades away.
A true soul? Praise be. Are you here to join my hunt? Interesting. What do you know of this druid? There is no power except for the absolute. If you are sick, speak to the goblin's priestess. She too is a true soul. I have not seen this druid, but he harbors worshippers of a false god in a hidden grove nearby. I intend to find it and destroy it. There is a weapon the Absolute seeks. I'm sure those wretches have it hidden away there. We will find it amongst the dead and the ashes.
Her excitement is palpable. She lingers on thoughts of victory, of unbelievers' blood spilled, and of the weapon. She will seize it, in the Absolute's name. You feel Shadowheart's anxiety. The weapon the Absolute seeks, it's the artifact that she carries. The same one that protected you as you entered the goblin camp. Her mind focuses. The cultists cannot discover that the weapon they seek is within their grasp. She is seeking the grove you visited. Already you feel her mind closing around yours.
My patience wears thin, true soul. The hunt must begin. You would dare. The darkness will take you, Iblis.
Right. What would some drow wizard in Moonrise want to look at you for?
Certainly you won't be because of your beautiful eyes.
What do they need to be looking at any of us for, is what I'm saying? We're all on the same side. Not like we're gonna set the true soul on fire. They're drow. They're stuck-ups. Ignore them. And be happy they didn't throw you to the spiders yet.
Watch your step down by the pens. Augie's been getting fat on your kind lately. Do you think the dwarf is ready yet? I'm hungry.
Orders were to stand by here. No booze, no sneaking off. Heading to see our new pet. It didn't seem easy, I'll give it that. I'm just saying, those eyes. Seen this mess? Flaming Fist Thuggo took a chunk out me arm last raid out. Tried the priest, but she says the Absolute will set me right in time for the next raid. That last in with it, they were guarding some uppity noble and his friends. Not very well, mind. Drag carried him off, left the real spoils to us.
Do you think it was as well?
Lucky.
See? It squealed! Hit it again!
Keep your hands steady, Three.
Again! Make it squeal again.
We're juicing it up. The beast came in here with those robbers, killed Dink and Mince too. Boss is thinking of serving it to the wargs.
And it makes funny noises.
We made it squeal.
Look, you'll see. Give me that rock. I'll show ya.
Let my name be known. That won't work. Good. Again. Excellent. Again. try something else.
Rough tempest I will raise.
Got to move.
On my way.
Taking position.
Coming through.
Time to deal some punishment.
Take your
No gloom, all doom.
Pardon the viscera. One should cherish all of nature's bounty, but goblin guts are quite far down the list. You aided a bear without knowing if it would savage you. A true friend of nature. Or perhaps a lunatic. Either way, I owe thanks. I am the druid Halsin. Yes, but just Halsin will suffice. Unbecoming to demand honorifics from the one who saved my hide. Parasites in your head that... You mean you have one of them? Oak Father preserve you, child. You're infected, aren't you? The Mind Flayer's spawn. But something's different. You're aware of the monster inside you. You don't bow to the Absolute like the true souls do. How is this possible? Perhaps. But I wouldn't want to place all my faith in blind luck. You weren't speaking lightly when you said you needed help. Let me tell you what I know. I've been studying these parasites for a while now. Ever since I discovered these so-called true souls are infected with them, someone is using very powerful magic to modify these tadpoles. They're using them to exert control over the infected. I'm sorry to say, I can't undo that magic, which means I can't cure you. But that doesn't mean I can't help. I didn't find what I came here for, a way to remove the tadpoles, but I found the next best thing. I found out where they come from. That must be where these enchantments are placed on them. And it's where you'll find your cure. I overheard that the cultists are sending all of their captives to Moonrise Towers. Innocents go in, true souls come out. Given that all of these true souls are infected, it has to be the source for this magic. If you want to find a cure, you must head there and discover how the tadpoles are being manipulated. I wish I could, but there's still work I've yet to finish. Blood I've yet to spill. I've no right to ask more of you, but if you could help me, I'd be free to join your journey to Moonrise. I cannot allow these butchers to threaten my grove. The natural order must be protected. My thanks. If you prevail, I'll owe you the debt of a lifetime. Rare is the beast that survives decapitation. Help me eliminate the Drow Minthara, the Hobgoblin Draw Ragslin, and that perversion of a priestess, Gut. They are the ones holding these parasites together. Remove them, and nature will cure itself. Be warned. My presence could make things more difficult. I can only restrain my bear form so much. I won't be able to help but attack goblins. If I join you, we'll likely have to slaughter this entire place. You may want to use discretion when approaching the goblin leaders. May Sylvanas guide your hand. Focus on the leaders. That's all it will take to restore the balance here.
And here I go.
Within reach.
Don't go bothering my pigeon. It's mine. Keep him safe. Listen to him coo. Till I gets hungry or some such. What's it to ya? Then catch one on your own.
As the symbol glows, power courses through you. Authority.
All right, calm down. I don't want no trouble. Here's the key. Pigeon's all yours.
Let us have words.
Ah, my friend, we can speak freely. I'm in no hurry to take my turn on that spit out front. Perhaps you'd be so kind as to unlock this cage? Curiosity, my friend. It didn't benefit the cat, but it's the foundation of my career. Though I admit I've hit something of an impasse. Please, unlock my cell. Bless you, my friend. I'll wait nicely, but please don't tarry. Over here. Aha! I knew I could count on you, my friend. We mustn't tarry, but I'd hate for our friendship to end here. Please, won't you meet me once we've both slipped the goblin yoke? Pish-posh! Allies are a difficult find in the area, my friend. You'll want Volo in your corner, believe you me. Smashing! Soon, my friend. Soon we can share a flagon of something liquid and a tale of daring do. I'll slip away when the coast is clear. See you soon, my friend. I simply can't wait to pick your brain!
Sugan al Shukok, Otasho Kek Dos! I command you, corpse. Speak. Reveal truth to the Absolute.
By Balderan's bones.
Nothing. Must be reading it wrong. Sugan al Shukok.
This is the big boss. Strike him down.
The hobgoblin turns to you, and the parasite squirms in your skull.
A gift.
You taste the ale on his tongue and the bile in his soul. The visions cloud your inner eye for a brief moment once again. You see the hobgoblin bowing before the armored elf you'd glimpsed before. The elf speaks of the hunt for a great weapon and the rewards that will go to whoever finds it. The hobgoblin's eyes gleam hungrily.
Guess it doesn't matter what you are. You're a true soul. And that's good enough for me.
He doesn't speak his next words, yet they still rattle your skull from within.
You ever talk to a dead squid? Now's your chance.
This Mind Flayer's build is smaller, its garb plainer. A fearsome creature even in death, but not the one that tormented you. Yet it too roamed the Nautiloid. It would have seen you, known you.
Absolute says the dead squiddy had a weapon. I reckon the killer nabbed it and scooted off to that looter camp. We find who killed it, and we find who took that weapon. so settle in.
You feel Shadowheart's anxiety. The weapon the Absolute seeks. It's the artifact that she carries. The same one that protected you as you entered the goblin camp. Her mind focuses. Their suspicion cannot be aroused. They cannot discover that the weapon they seek is within their grasp. You choke on black smoke as the hobgoblin bellows his incantation.
I command you, corpse, speak and say sooth. Lucan ok al koldek shulko kek.
The hideous corpse rises, tentacles writhing. Your heart seizes. Under questioning, the creature might recognize you as its killer.
Talk to me, freak. Who killed you?
The creature responds, not in words, but memories. You see a clawed hand open a holding pod, devoid of flesh, only darkness.
Damn it! That tells me nothing!
The memory fades, and the corpse awaits the next question. Lae'zel continues the interrogation, oblivious to your attempts to sway him.
Tell me who killed you, freak! No games!
Again, a vision comes to you. A memory, seen through the creature's soul-dead eyes. You see a clawed hand opening a holding pod. The murk clears to reveal a face. Yours.
That can't be. You're no true soul. Yeah, you're right. You're a real true soul. I felt it.
The corpse collapses, silent once more.
No, I'm not done! Riddles, all of it, and nothing to show for the trouble but rotting squid meat. No answers, no killer, and no damned weapon. That damned Drow was right. Can't let her get all of that glory. Seems I ain't done with you. Report to the Drow. Minthara's the name. She's mounting an attack on that blasted grove. Tell her you'll join her. Say that again. 'Cause I know I didn't just hear you refuse the Absolute. I don't need your lip. Boys, crush her! Poor lad. I could give you peace, you know. But no. You gotta keep silent, don't you? Where do they flee to, you stubborn rat?
Please, stop!
Here to see your friend, have ya? Come and join him if you like.
Say will take over. His work is sloppy. He'll kill the prisoner too quickly.
As the symbol glows, power courses through you. Authority.
What? Think you could do better? Go on then, have at it. What? You shy or something? Fine. Muck it up, and the drow will have your head. Come on, Grush. There might still be a slurp of ale to be had. I want to watch that weird priest next door. Sounded like he was beating something up. Oh, yeah, beating it good.
What? Please, please. Let me out. There's no reason for this. I was with a group of adventurers. We came here for an artifact. It's called the Night Song. We tried to sneak past the goblins, but they ambushed us. I didn't think a pack of goblins could be so efficient. I don't know. The boss didn't say. He just said some wizard called Lae'zel would reward us if we found it. It should be here somewhere. He said there was a hidden passage underneath the temple. The place was supposed to be abandoned when we arrived. Thank you.
The lock clicks and opens.
Thank you. I better go before they catch us. I should be able to make it to the Grove on my own. They need to know they're in danger. Brian had instructions, but the goblins got him. They said they need him. I have to go. I have to get out of here.
Sugan al Shukok, Otashokek Dos. I command you, corpse. Speak. Reveal truth to the Absolute!
Raxlin's mind reels, then calms. He will speak as you command. With Raxlin's voice, you ask.
Is the Absolute?
Raxlin frowns in confusion at a question he would never have asked. Then the creature speaks in visions. Curved drow blades, crude goblin torches, gnoll teeth dripping blood. You see other mind flayers arranged in a serene circle. Absolute unity. Absolute power.
Damn it! That tells me nothing!
You feel Raxlin's suspicions. He'd never have asked about his master. You remain in control. Barely.
What were you doing in Faerun?
Again, visions flow through you. A swarm of Githyanki dragon riders, silver blades held high, control panels melting, flesh pods spilled open.
Githyanki. They know something.
It is like fireworks in your skull. His trust is quickly waning.
You, Gith! What do you know about this dead squiddy? All right. I shouldn't have questioned a true soul like that.
The corpse collapses, silent once more.
No! I'm not done! Riddles, all of it, and nothing to show for the trouble but rotting squid meat. No answers, no killer, and no damned weapon. That damned Trow was right. Can't let her get all the glory. Like I said, I got plans for you. Report to the Drow. Minthar is the name. She's mounting an attack on that blasted grove. Tell her you'll join her. Praise the Absolute.
No prizes for guessing what this...
Let us have words.
Greetings, child. I've met few aside from goblins here. Ah, are you also here to assist with the prisoner?
Please. The things they do to that man? So crude and primitive. I was invited to teach them. I live for pain and its intricacies, you see. But, alas.
Pain without purpose is a terrible thing. Wouldn't you agree?
Exactly. Pain is an intimate thing. It should be delivered with a loving and measured hand. But trying to discuss such subtleties with these creatures is simply... Forgive me, but that look in your eyes, something terrible has happened to you. Because I see those same eyes when I look in the mirror, dear one. We've all suffered in these dark times. It is little wonder you bear scars of pain and anguish. Please, let me alleviate this pain. As the Maiden of Pain, the goddess Loviatar teaches us, through penance, administered by my skilled hand. My work can grant peace and serenity, the likes of which few experience. It will be worth it. I promise.
I wouldn't let his skilled hand anywhere near me.
Oh, I have something exquisite in mind. Both Loviatar and I are interested in how you handle pain, dear one. And should you delight her, you will most assuredly receive her most gracious blessing. Trust me. Simply face the wall, and we can begin. Face the wall and let us begin, dear one. Yes, this will do nicely. The pain you suffer will cleanse you. Do not fight it. Beg sincerely, or don't beg at all. You will regret such mockery. That's it, dear one! Let Loviatar hear you! Almost there, dear one. Yes, you can, child. Take the pain and offer it up to Loviatar. Offer it all. Sweet child, while I enjoyed that, I'm afraid your reaction was lacking. To gain Loviatar's favor, every single strike must be met with an honest cry of pain, or perhaps a touch of begging. Nevertheless, thank you. And I pray you've learned from today's little lesson.
Looks like that.
My beautiful, penitent child. You have already enjoyed my ministrations. Do not be greedy.
You attacked someone. Only the guards are allowed to do that, as this one is about to demonstrate. The guard is impassive. Your little speech was unconvincing.
I'm nodding off here!
Stay focused.
Excellent. Be sure not to kill him before he talks. Report, and make it quick. Organizing these creatures tests my patience. These creatures... Did he tell you where his friends are hiding before he fled? Perhaps. But you...
Her mind enters tiefling faces flicker into view as she attempts to learn the grove's location.
Your thoughts are veiled. Why do you protect these devilkin? You defy me!
Taste my fury.
Concentrate.
Eat this!
I know just what to do.
This is your end. There's an illithid parasite in that corpse. You should take a look.
What lies within?
This one is a true soul parasite. It can enhance you. You can absorb its potential. Open your mind to it. You already know how. Don't worry. You won't come to harm. I'll protect you. You are not ready. That's all right. But try to overcome this resistance sooner rather than later. It will make things much easier for you.
Defile the Absolute's name, boys!
time.
I will not know failure.
On the victor's path. Let my enemies fall. This is my time. The victor's path. Coming through.
Make way.
On I go.
Taking position.
No holding back. Finding my way.
On the move.
Battle favors the fearless.
No mercy.
No time to waste.
Battle favors the fearless.
Another parasite. Collect it. It might be useful.
Without delay. Worth examining.
Well met. I am a magical projection of Gale of Waterdeep, and if you see this manifestation, that means I have prematurely perished. However, for reasons that cannot be disclosed, it is of vital importance that my death be remedied at your earliest convenience. You may rest assured that I do not speak out of self-preservation alone. Many lives depend on my return to the living within the span of 2 days. I trust I've made myself clear. I have upon my deceased person a magical item that can accomplish my return. But such is the value and rarity that it is protected by a multi-layered security protocol. I will now explain the protocol. Step 1 is to retrieve from my person a pouch I wear over my heart. Next, you must unthread the purple seam that seals it in a counterclockwise fashion. Do not touch any other colored strand. Inside the pouch you will find a folded letter and a tiny flute. Unfold the letter and note the markings in the top and bottom corners. These are the notes you will need to play. Starting from the bottom right, play the notes in correct order, clockwise this time. Upon completion of the tune, a magma method will appear, which will pose the following question. Iskcha Chisnaga. This is Ignan for what is my name? The answer is Kasitrak Ash. Pronounce the name correctly, and the mephit will breathe on the letter. Stay clear, because the little scamp can melt metal. Words will now appear on the letter's surface, effectively turning the letter into a scroll of true resurrection. Use it to bring me back to life. I think ingenious is the word you're looking for. Now, repeat my instructions back to me, please. In that case, this will be an easy exercise. Step 1. And next. Right. You then have access to the letter and the flute. Go on. Remember to play them clockwise. And after that?
Come on, you're just guessing now. It's Kashi Trakash.
Listen to your friend. It's Kasi Trach Ash. And pay attention to the Trach part. Yeah, back of the throat. And so we have gone through the necessary steps again. Let's hope practice makes perfect in the end. Best of luck with the protocol. May my cold, dead hands soon be refilled with the warmth of life so they can shake yours in gratitude.
It's been a long day. Better stop to rest soon.
The pouch is sealed with differently colored strands of thread. As the purple thread becomes undone, the pouch opens to reveal a letter and flute inside. This is the flute Gale kept on his person. A faint magical aura envelops its wooden surface. The flute awaits with bated breath.
Iskcha Cisnaga. Daya Zoom. Multhamesk. Tinu Frantha Manthra Gale.
I promised I'd be back. Don't worry. I have things under control. For now. You haven't been using the parasite's power. You think you don't need it. But things haven't gone as you expected. You hoped a druid as powerful as Halsin might be able to remove your tadpole. But he couldn't. You're desperate to be rid of it. Understandable. But you're looking for solutions in the wrong places. It's complicated, but I'm an adventurer, just like you. Just like you, I was infected with a Mind Flayer parasite. Just like you, I seek to be free of it. But to do that, we'll need to think beyond local healers. Your parasite is unusual. It is wrapped in magic that prevents its removal. Until the source of the tadpole's magic is destroyed, any attempt to remove it will kill you. You are lucky that Halsin knew this. His instincts are right. The parasites are merely a symptom of a greater sickness in Faerun. I am not sure yet. To find the answers, we must first find the source. These parasites are more than a illithid spawn. They are vessels for control. The infected hear the voice of the Absolute and believe it to be a god. You witnessed it yourself with Priestess Gut. That is how the cult of the Absolute is spreading. The highest of their rank, the True Souls, carry a tadpole just like yours. It is how they receive their orders. It is what makes them obey. When the order to transform is given, it will not be a matter of days. They will be Mind Flayers in an instant. Were it not for my protection, so would you. I have powers of my own. Unique powers. But know that we are alike. I've been trying to escape from this evil for a long time. Once, I almost succeeded. Now, through you, I've been given a new chance. You can go where I cannot, and I can protect you from that evil. If we work together, we may turn this around. Hells, they need me. I have to go. No. It isn't safe. The power I used to protect you, I stole it from someone. They want it back. I will hold them off for as long as I can, but sooner or later I will be worn down. You must discover the source of the magic that controls the parasites before that happens. The cultists are gathering at Moonrise Towers. Use the powers your parasite gives you to convince them you are one of them. And when you find the source of their magic, destroy it. Go. Our freedom depends on it.
My word, you did it! Oh, it's good to be alive. My hands are still cold, so that handshake will have to wait, but in the meantime... Thank you. Yes. I was afraid you'd say that. Only fair to warn you I've precious few answers to spare. I apologize if that sounds thankless, it's just that some secrets simply cannot be revealed. I did say that, and I did mean it. And I do suppose that after all you've done for me, I should be at least a little bit forthcoming. Tell you what, I will answer one question that you may have, to the best of my ability, if I can. When I told you I need powerful magic to keep my condition under control, I didn't tell you why. Well, here's part of the why. I am dangerous. Not because I want to be, but because of an error I made in the past. It makes me dangerous, even in death. You brought me back to life, and for that I am in your debt. But we're surrounded by danger. It could happen again. If it does, bring me back again. You must, for the sake of many.
Simple enough.
The ringleaders have to die. The very natural order of things is in danger, thanks to them.
You did it! You actually did it! The leader's dead! Praise Sylvanus. No, that's not right. Praise you, my friend. The Grove owes you a debt beyond measure.
Killing's never my first choice, but those three were too dangerous to leave alive. Let's get out of this pit, firstly. Return to the Grove. I'll make my own way there. I can see to some matters there, and we can discuss what comes next amidst more bucolic surroundings than here.